Hello, all, and welcome to episode number 2 of Zach's Tech Talk Tuesday. My name is Ryan McQueenie. I'm a content writer here at Zach's. And as a reminder, Tech Talk Tuesdays are our brand new show for all of our tech-focused investors. As the name implies, we are here to talk technology. Sure, we're always interested in the latest market moves and stock performance, but this show is focused on the hardware and software that powers the world's biggest technology companies. Today's topic is Snapchat, and more specifically, Snapchat clones. As I'm sure you've heard by now, Snap Inc., the parent company of the mobile messaging app Snapchat, is set to conduct a massive initial public offering very soon that is coming in early March. We are right on the brink of it. The Snap Inc. IPO is slated to generate nearly $4 billion, making it the second biggest U.S. tech IPO ever, behind only Facebook. And this is interesting to note because Facebook is exactly what we're going to focus on today. I want to talk a little bit about the user experience that Facebook and its subsidiaries have been developing in response to this perceived threat from Snapchat. Facebook is, by and large, not even close, the biggest social media company on the face of the planet, almost to the point where it has transcended its position as a social media company and is now a powerful player all over the tech world and an influencer and innovator in this kind of sphere. They've got a head start, a massive, massive head start on any new social media companies like Snapchat. However, Snapchat's disappearing picture messages and personal stories that delete after 24 hours were this brand new social media experience when they first came out. And it's relatively clear now that Facebook is desperately trying to copy that user experience. So in August, the Facebook-owned picture-sharing company Instagram launched Instagram Stories. This was a new feature that kind of created a separate feed for users to post to. Each user had their story. Users can post pictures and videos onto their story, and it creates this one continuous clip that you watch from one user. That clip then disappears after 24 hours. Yes, that is literally exactly what Snapchat does. It's a carbon copy of Snapchat Stories, the Snapchat Stories feature. They didn't even change the name, really. And I think it's worth noting that they're absolutely not trying to hide from that being a clone. It's very obviously intentional, and definitely a very similar experience to posting to a Snapchat story, in that it is, the interesting thing about it is that it's not necessarily permanent. And this is kind of something that gets users coming back to it and engaged in it because it's something that they have to check every day to get the most updated content from their friends. So that's Instagram Stories, and we'll touch a little bit later about a kind of an update to Instagram Stories after it launched in August. Right now, I want to talk about another thing that Facebook has done. Came out last week. It's from Facebook's other messaging entity, WhatsApp. It's called a WhatsApp status. And I'd first like to give Facebook a little bit more credit this time for actually changing the name. It's not WhatsApp Stories. They were probably thinking the stories market is a little bit oversaturated now. So WhatsApp status. It's also a new feature. It created a new tab for sharing decorated photos and videos. I say decorated because I'd like to point out that that's very similar to Snapchat's very, very popular filters. And Snapchat actually uses those filters that you overlay on pictures as not only a means of creating this cool user experience, but also an advertising method. They will allow companies to buy a filter for a certain specific period of time to advertise a movie or a video game or something that's coming out. And so WhatsApp status is also WhatsApp statuses. I wonder if that's how you would say it. Yeah. WhatsApp statuses also have disappearing photos and videos that you can kind of overlay with these decorations. Also, it disappears in 24 hours type of situation. Very, very, very similar to Snapchat yet again. And again, in my opinion, not something that is trying to hide from the fact that it's like Snapchat. It's a response to people enjoying Snapchat, people liking the idea. And it's Facebook saying, okay, we're going to give you that option on our platforms. So I'm going to stop here, be a bit more serious because I'm dogging on Facebook for their attempts to copy Snapchat. But I want to point out a phrase that I've said a few times now, and that is user experience. So be it a phone, a computer, gaming system, social media site, this show is concerned with the user experience. And that's why I want to point out two reasons why I think Facebook might be doing Snapchat better than Snapchat is doing Snapchat. Kind of a mouthful of a sentence, but you get my point. So first of all, looking at Instagram stories. Instagram stories now feature live streaming. And in the same area that you go for Instagram stories, users can post live videos. It's almost to the point where it's annoying in that you get a notification similar to Facebook Live every time one of your friends starts a live video. But it's interesting, it's engaging, and it's fun, and people love it. You can look at YouTube doubling down on live streaming. You can look at Facebook Live growing substantially over the past year. Even other third-party systems like a site like Twitch. These people, they're having success with live streaming and breaking it down from a commercial area where you're getting live streaming of things like sports and pop culture events. This kind of person-to-person, friend-to-friend live streaming is growing in popularity. I also want to point out the WhatsApp statuses because WhatsApp statuses are end-to-end encrypted, just like WhatsApp messages, which is kind of one of the selling points on using WhatsApp. And it's kind of a direct response to this world where consumers are more aware of their digital privacy than they ever have been before. End-to-end encryption is a major, major selling point for users. And one of the questions you have with Snapchat is, yeah, sure, they disappear, the pictures and the videos disappear for me, but is it actually private? Are my messages and pictures and videos, are they protected? Are they being stored on some level? It's definitely not as open. They're definitely not as open with their privacy policy in saying that, hey, we're end-to-end encrypted. You know WhatsApp. You know our encryption on WhatsApp. You can trust our encryption on WhatsApp statuses. WhatsApp, I think, has earned a little bit of a reputation for its encryption and the fact that they can go, okay, it's encrypted just like our messages, and you love that part about it already. It's a selling point, as I said. So those are two things that are concerned with user experience. And sure, encryption, not as big of a deal to some people. Some people will never use Instagram Live. Some people will never use Facebook Live. This isn't the end-all, be-all. And I'm not suggesting that Snapchat is on its deathbed already as it heads as it heads into Wall Street. But I am saying that the people over at Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg and team, they're pretty smart. And the company as a whole has made very little wrong moves to this point. And I think that the way that they're coming at cloning Snapchat so far has been an interesting way of going at it, in offering things that Snapchat doesn't have while also engaging the user in a very similar experience. So thank you guys for listening to episode 2 of Tech Talk Tuesday. Please remember, if you think I missed anything, if you want me to cover something in the future, please shoot me an email at podcast@zack.com with any suggestions or feedback. You can also check out all of our other exclusive audio content at zax.com/podcasts. Please remember to subscribe, leave us a rating on iTunes. And again, thank you for joining us. We will see you next time on Zach's Tech Talk Tuesday podcast.